If you have a blog or a website, one of the most important things you can do is track your visitors. Now, one of the easiest ways to track visitors is with a tool called Google Analytics. Now, the best part about it is Google Analytics is a free tool. You'll need a Google account, and if you already have one, you'll just need to go to analytics.google.com and create a login for this particular tool. Now you'll have to set up your website with Google Analytics, which requires a little bit of advanced technical skill, but we'll do a segment on that as well to help you along. So here we're in the audience overview of Google Analytics, and I just wanted to go over some of the common segments in the data reporting that you'll want to utilize once you're in here. Okay, under this audience tab, so we're currently in the overview, which is the default setting. This is where Google Analytics will take you as soon as you log into the reporting section. And what we use the most in this section is going to be behavior and mobile. So in behavior here, new and returning visitors, what they're going to show you here is exactly that, new visitors versus returning visitors for the last 30 days. Now you'll see they have the metrics broken out here in sessions, percentage of new sessions, new users, and then a variety of these other metrics. But we're not going to get too detailed here, but I do want to show you a few things. So sessions and new users, the big difference between this is that new users, that means it's a unique user that came to the website within the last 30 days. Now sessions, as you can see here, it's higher than new users. Well, that's because a user can create more than one session. Let's say a user visits your website today, and they would be in the new users bucket. Well, if that same user comes back to your website in 3 days, they'll create a new session, but they won't be recorded as a new user. Another very important data set is the usage from devices. So typically you'll only need to look in the overview here, and as we know, a lot of people are using mobile more than desktop and tablet these days because obviously it's convenient and we always have a mobile on us. So if you take a look here, this is just going to show you the 3 primary devices where people are visiting the site from: mobile, desktop, and tablet. Here again, we have sessions, new users, and then a variety of these other metrics. And these other metrics can be changed out for metrics that may be more beneficial to you, but that gets to be a little bit more advanced, and we'll go over that in a different segment. Okay, as we move down here, acquisition. This is going to show you a lot of data in terms of where your visitors came from. So the overview is simply that. It's just a very high level overview. I don't use this very much. Where you'll find more information is going to be in, for one, channels. And channels breaks things out in a very broad level between social, direct, organic search, referrals, and then email. Now, real quick, I'll kind of go through these with you. Obviously, social is going to be social properties, people visiting your website from Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, etc. Pretty self-explanatory. you've got organic search. Now those are searches done in a search engine like google.com, where your website shows up for a keyword or phrase that was typed in when a user searched, and they clicked your website from the organic listings, and so that's recorded under organic search. Referrals. Now a referral would be any other website on the internet that links to your website and a visitor was able to find your website through that link. So for example, if I had a link on my website to your blog or your website, and a visitor from mine clicked the link and landed on your website, in your analytics, Google would show a referral from my website in this source. Behavior is the next one that is going to be beneficial. Now under site content, we're going to want to look primarily at all pages and landing pages. Now what this is going to tell us mostly is where people are arriving at on our website and which pages they're visiting the most. But the difference between these, if you were to click into the data for all pages, so this is going to show all the pages on your website that get visits, period. So if a user was to come in on your website or your blog for a post, let's say about the ultimate beginner's guide to starting a blog, and then that user clicked to another post to read about the DIY Nooner Survival Kit, that is going to be recorded as a page view because the user has viewed the page in some fashion. Even though they didn't land on that page, they viewed the page. So the difference here with the landing page tracking means these pages were pages where a user arrived on the page. So this many sessions and this many new users arrived on this page from somewhere else online. So this is a popular landing page, and from a landing page perspective, it has the highest amount of users and views. Whereas overall, the page that is viewed the most is the home page, and that's because a lot of people, after reading a post that they arrived on, click to the home page and continue to explore other posts and other information. The next thing I want to show you is this section called dashboards. Now, dashboards are a little bit more advanced, but once you get the hang of using Google Analytics, it's super convenient to have dashboards set up where you can keep data tables and different charts and graphs of data that you want to look at on a regular basis, and it will save it in these dashboards, and you can access it anytime just to see a quick overview of different metrics. So I'll show you an example that we have set up here. Now this dashboard just features some generic widgets with a variety of different user metrics. You can see we have some new users versus standard users, sessions, by location, by browser, a whole variety of things. You can put anything you want in these dashboards, and you can save, I think, up to 10 separate dashboards, and it will always keep your metrics in this nice, clean, easy view. and you'll be able to change and modify those whenever you want to. Like I said, that's a little bit more advanced, but once you get the hang of the rest of this, you'll see that dashboards are real easy to create, and we'll go over that in a little bit more detail in a different segment. One other thing to note is that you can always change your date range for the data set that you want to look at. You'll be able to go as far back as whenever you initiate your Google Analytics account and start tracking data. We can go all the way back to the beginning of the year here, up until yesterday, and you'll see the metrics change and the graphs and charts change. And when you change the date, that date will continue to follow through any of the data sets that you look at down here. Again, if we were to go to our channel metrics, and the date range has stayed the same, but our metrics and our charts have adjusted. So just a real simple way to change the date up here. Make it super simple, and you can play around with it and look at different date ranges if you just want to see a week or a month or a year. And then when you get out this far, since we're looking quite a few months back throughout this whole year, you might want to adjust the view of this chart here. Rather than look at it by the day, maybe we want to see total visits per month. And so it will compile your data into a monthly chart and a graph here. Okay, other than that, I think that's a pretty good overview for now. We'll be coming out with more detailed information and tutorials in the future, so keep watching for us.